Difficult choices are now required of the parties. They should realize that not making a choice is the most detrimental choice of all, namely to accept that we are going down the path of a one-state reality on the ground. This is a time for the parties to reflect whether they wish to live up to their stated commitment to the two-state solution, or whether they will by default let it slip further away. The situation in East Jerusalem remains worrisome. Tensions and clashes in the Old City have continued, including during the holiday period. The Secretary General has reiterated the importance of respect for the religious freedom of all, for worshippers of all faiths to have access to their holy sites, and for all sides to refrain from provocations. He has restated the UN long-standing position that the status of the Old City and the religious sites within it are extremely sensitive final status issues that can only be resolved through negotiations, and parties should refrain from attempts to establish facts on the ground and alter the character of the Old City.
One might think that the United Nations would make every effort to support Israel's protection of religious freedoms. Instead of taking constructive actions to help mitigate the sensitive situation, Robert Seri, the UN Special Envoy to the Middle East, took destructive steps that aggravated tensions on the ground. It is unfortunate that the UN official abused his position in the UN platform to express his personal opinions. Both Mr. Seri and the Arab nations need reminding that core issues, including Jerusalem, must be dealt with at the negotiation table and not by parties tabling false accusations.
It is so decided.
Lip service to peace should never be accepted as a substitute for genuine steps for peace. We are all too aware that the status quo is unsustainable, as we heard from Robert Seri, and that peace negotiations can never succeed under such conditions. The State of Palestine is ready to uphold its obligations under commitments to make peace a reality. However, a real partner for peace is missing.
Any Palestinian government must unambiguously and explicitly commit to nonviolence, recognition of the State of Israel, and acceptance of previous agreements and obligations between the parties. President Abbas has been committed to these principles and has declared that any government he forms will be committed in the same way. If a new Palestinian government is formed, we will assess it based on its composition and actions as well as its adherence to these principles.